Adding payment is an action which adds a transaction or payment for the carrier. This action will affect the available balance of the carrier. There are two kinds of payments: payment received and payment sent. Payment received. Click on Finance, Payment. Payment received form will appear. Payment received is the balance received from the client. To add a new payment received, click on Create New button. The first step is to select the carrier who will receive the balance. The second text box is the date and time when the carrier will receive the balance. The next is the amount that the carrier will receive. The fourth text box is a note for payment. And the last is type of payment. Prepayment is the settlement of a debt before the invoice is sent. Invoice payment is the settlement of a debt after the invoice is sent. Click Submit to save the received payment. After adding successfully, the payment received icon will appear on a list. To view details of the invoice, click on the plus icon. On the invoice details, we can use the payment to pay the invoice by clicking on the plus icon and selecting the invoice we want to pay. The plus icon to add invoice is displayed only when we select invoice payment as the type of payment. After adding payment received, we can go to Management Carrier to see that the balance has been affected. The available balance has been increased by exactly the amount of received payment. Click on Available Balance to see the history of payment. Payment sent. Payment sent is payment that we send out to our vendor from whom we buy routes to send out calls. Click on Finance, Payment, Payment Sent tab. The Payment Sent form will appear. The first step is to select the carrier who will send the payment to the vendor. The second text box is the date and time when the payment will be sent. The third is the amount that will be sent. The fourth is a note for payment, and the last is the type of payment. Prepayment is the settlement of debt before the invoice is sent. Invoice payment is the settlement of a debt after the invoice is sent. Click Submit to save payment sent. After adding payment sent successfully, we go to Management and Carrier to see that the balance has been affected. The available balance has been reduced by exactly the amount of the payment sent. Click on Available Balance to see the history of payment.